Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here at the range today, want to do a little bit of shooting. Let me take my ears out while I'm talking to you guys. Doing a little bit of shooting this afternoon, and I figured I'd do a review for you guys on this one. This is one I've actually had for quite a while now. This is an original, older Savage Axis. The Savage Axis 1, I guess you would call it. But I have highly modified this one. I've probably had this one for 10 or 12 years now. I have a boyds stock on here. I can't remember the model of this stock. But I have a boyds stock on here. I have a Cabelas 4-16 by 52 scope. Very clear. Easily see my bullet impacts at even 200 yards with these scopes. I have several of these on several different rifles. I have a nice Caldwell bipod up front, and finally I did a what do you call it, the what's the name of the Savage, oh boy, I'm having a gray moment again, the Savage trigger. I'll put the name down below, accutrigger. There you go. So this is the accutrigger. I did some searching on eBay, and I found people selling them, taking them out of their Savage 110s and all sorts of things like that. Everything, they all cross over, so modified that in there. Now, when I first got, well, I don't know if I ever measured this one because I just knew it was going to be terrible, but I have a 223, which was the first one I ever bought, and that one actually measured at, with a fish scale, measured at 9 pounds. I could literally close the bolt, obviously without a round chambered, but I could pick the gun up by the trigger and it would not trip the trigger. But that was the first one I ever modified, and now all of them break at just under 2 pounds. I can go lighter, but for a sporting rifle like this, I really didn't feel like it would. I didn't want to have it be that much of a hair trigger, and 2 pounds is, I do, with the 223, I do 3/8 inch groups almost all the time at 100 yards with that. This one here, I haven't really taken the time to do a ladder load and really kind of get the load dialed in on it. But I do have some hand loads, and I do have some Turkish, it's called ZQI ammunition here. This is 7.6251 NATO, but the reloads I have are 170 grain soft points, and we'll go ahead and try a group from each one of those. I do have a camera running out there at 100 yards, and I just checked the zero to make sure I was actually hitting on the paper with the reloads. I haven't tried I switched some scopes around, so I had to re-zero this one, but I haven't tried those ZQIs in quite a while. I do remember shooting this gun with these in the past, and it was a pretty good shooter, right around MOA, or maybe just a little bit over MOA with these commercial rounds. But I know with other hand loads, this thing has been a pretty good shooter. So we'll go ahead and do a 4-shot group with each one and see how it does. We do have some really good wind swirling around out here right now, so I'm kind of hoping it doesn't affect my trajectory too bad. And I'm hoping I don't hit my camera, because the bullseye I'm aiming at right now is actually pretty close to the trajectory of but about 1 inch away from, and that bullet right there was pretty darn close. All right, well, it's not terrible, especially with this wind. I mean, it really is, the wind is blowing probably right now about 20 miles an hour out here. So, and I have not tested these rounds at all in this gun. So Even if I get a 2-inch group, I'll be pretty happy with it. I can try a ladder load from there with this. I had really kind of loaded these ones up to do plinking with my, I've got a Savage Model 99 lever action gun in 308, and I kind of loaded these ones up to shoot in that. All right, well, it's not the best looking group in the world, but considering all the circumstances we got out here today with the wind and not having really dialed this load in for this gun, I think that's it's definitely minute of deer, minute of bad guy, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. I know that, like I said, I haven't really spent the time with this one to develop a good load for it yet. I've been playing around with my 223 and my 22-250, and I really have those ones dialed in pretty nicely, really nicely actually. But maybe you'll have to start dusting this one off and actually trying to get a good load loaded up for it. I have no idea where the point of impact is going to be for this particular round here. Okay, not too bad. A little bit lower than the other rounds, but I think I flinched that one over myself, but we'll blame it on the wind because the wind is blowing. Let me re-roll my... Used to shooting these guns with no recoil, and then I bring out a monster like this. But I like shooting these bigger ones too, so. I'm starting to drift over to the left a little there. But. Okay, let's see what we got there. Yeah, it's about a 2-inch group. Let me grab another. I've got one more type of ammo out here with me, and I want to try those. And so I've got these Federal 762 51s too. Let's go ahead and try. I'm going to shoot because my camera is aimed at the 2 upper bullseyes on that target, so I'll shoot these ones at that same one I just shot. Hopefully the point of impact's far enough apart we can tell. But again, that was a minute of deer, minute of intended target. If I was shooting at a squirrel, I guess it wouldn't have been, but. Ooh, that had a much more pronounced crack to it than the ZQIs seem like they're kind of weak actually to me. So, but that one was nicely centered on the bull, a little bit to the left, but yeah, that's looking, so far it's looking like it's coming together a little bit better. That one went right out into the middle of that other group I shot. All right, well, that one kind of opened up too, so. Anyway, it's a good shooting gun. It's a couple MOA with the ammo that I have out here right now. It was never intended to be a real target gun, but you know, for its intended purpose to knock down deer and targets of that nature, it's getting the job done. So, but there you go. There's my Savage Axis, one of several that I have, like I said, and it's a lot of fun gun to shoot. I need to work on a good load for it. I haven't really taken the time with this one yet. The 22-250 and the 223, like I said, I really got those dialed in. Less than half-inch groups at 100 yards are almost every time I shoot it. If it doesn't, it's because it's windy or I'm not doing my part. But I would fully expect that this one would be capable of that if I work up a decent load with it as well. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I do post up new videos. Till next time, have a great day.